Welcome to Exercise at Home with Balanced Body. I'm Elizabeth Larkam. Get your anti-stress spray, spritz the room, and get ready to relax. Let's just say you've reached the end of your computer day. Not the end of your computer days, plural, just today. And that you are ready to rejuvenate your eyes, your neck, your shoulders. Ready to make sure that you leave the workstation behind, that you reset your neuromyofascial system such that your heart is leading and your brain is balanced above your heart rather than vice versa. Come to lie on your back. Resting on your back, rub your palms together. Warm up your palms. If you prefer to have your knees bent with the soles of your feet on the floor, that's completely fine. If you would like to have a cushion or a pillow underneath your knees to give some ease for your hip joints and your low back, that's fine too, as you like. Now, making sure that you have washed your hands before this, place one palm on your forehead so that the little finger side of your hand is parallel to and above your eyebrows. Rest the other hand on your sternum, on the area of your chest. With both eyes open, as you exhale, use the hand, the arm that's at the top of your head, at your forehead, to turn your head with a minimum of force, a minimum of effort, to one side, and then bring it back to the center. Again, your eyes glide to the corner of your eye sockets where your fingernails are pointing. Now the second variation, keep your gaze directly forward to the ceiling, as if you could fix your gaze at one point on the ceiling. And with a minimum of force, a minimum of effort, the hand that's on your forehead, that hand and that arm, turn your head and neck while your gaze is steady. Third variation, as you exhale, your eyes glide to the opposite corners of your eye sockets from which your head and neck are being turned, and come back to the middle. Eyes glide, in this case, eyes glide left as your head and your neck are gliding, being turned to the right. Now, rest your arms by your sides. Close your eyes. Rest your tongue at the floor of your mouth. Have the idea that your eyes could sink into the recesses of your eye sockets. Your brain can rest in the back of your skull. And with a minimum of force, a minimum of effort, turn your head, neck in the same direction as it was being turned by your hand. And then for contrast, turn your head, your neck, your cervical spine in the other direction. As you inhale, turn in the first direction, collarbones wide, shoulder blades resting on the ground, and come back to the middle. Now place your new palm on your forehead, little finger aligned above your eyebrows, and your other hand on your sternum. As you exhale and let the air out, your lifted arm and hand, roll your head to the left, to the new side, the side to which your fingernails are pointing, and come back to the middle. Exhale to lower, turning. And inhale, come back to the middle. Open your eyes now and have your eyes glide in the direction that your fingers are pointing, and then eyes to the ceiling. Eyes glide in the same direction at the same time. Aim your gaze directly up at one point on the ceiling for the second variation and come back to the center. Eyes directly forward at one point on the ceiling while your head, your neck are being turned. And finally, the third variation, eyes glide opposite in which you are turned, the direction in which you're turning your head, your neck, and center. Eyes glide opposite the direction in which your head and neck are being turned. Rest your arms by your sides now, and with a minimum of force, a minimum of effort, and eyes closed, roll, turn your head in the direction that your hand was just guiding. Exhale, center, and then for contrast's sake, turn your head, your neck, your eyes towards the first direction. Eyes open now. Now, close your left eye, left hand on your forehead, right eye open. Your right eye is open and it tracks to the right corner of your eye socket, the outer corner, and back to the middle, and to the outer corner of your eye socket, and back to the middle. Second variation, your gaze stays at one point on the ceiling, even though your nose is passing in front of it. And third time, your open eye crosses the midline to see across the midline. It's as if your right eye could look left as your head is being turned, and then back to the middle. Change hands now. Close your right eye. Left eye leads you to the left where your fingers are pointing, and back to the middle. Exhale, a minimum of force, a minimum of effort, and come back to the middle. Keep your gaze at one point on the ceiling. And finally, eyes glide opposite the direction in which your nose, your head, your nose are being turned. Rest your arms, close your eyes, turning your head, your neck to one side, and turning your head, your neck to the other side. When you turn your head to one side, the opposite, you have the idea that the opposite collarbone could broaden, could widen, and center. And then when you turn your head to the new side, the new collarbone streams wide. That's S-T-R-E-A-M-S. Finally, rubbing your palms together, placing your palm gently on your forehead. Your fingernails are pointing, in this case, to the right. So the direction that your fingernails are pointing, close your right eye so your left eye is open. Now your left eye leads across the midline to turn, so your gaze goes in the same direction that your head is being turned. Crossing the midline as it does. Now keep your gaze at one point on the ceiling. Exhale, letting the air out as you turn. And then your gaze, your open eye, will look to the opposite corner of your eye socket from which your head and neck are turning. Rest your arm now, eyes closed. Turn your head in the same direction the hand was guiding, in which the hand was guiding, and then turn your head, your neck in the opposite direction. Lastly, place your new palm on your forehead. If the fingernails are pointing left, close your left eye. As your head and neck are being turned, your right eye is looking towards the left and center. Right eye leads left and center. Right eye looks directly towards the ceiling and center. And ceiling and center. And finally, your right eye glides towards the right corner of your eye socket and back to the middle. The right eye glides opposite the direction in which your head and neck are turning. Now, rest your arms, rest your head, your neck, rest your tongue at the floor of the mouth. Your tongue is heavy towards the floor of your mouth. Close your eyes. Your eyes can rest in the recesses of your eye sockets. Your brain can rest towards the back of your skull. And now you have no task to do, no screens to examine, no devices on which to fixate. You can rest with your eyes appreciating the big empty space behind your eyes. Thank you, everybody. I'll look forward to being with you next time on Balanced Bodies, Exercise at Home. Bye now.